Okay, we shall now start the webinar. Good afternoon to the panelists and all the participants. My name is Queen and I am the moderator for today. I would like to welcome all the participants on behalf of Altruistic Malaysia. As a brief introduction, Altruistic Malaysia is a non-governmental organization who aims to change the world in different ways. Program and community engagement are at the core of our strategy. We invest heavily in supporting the development of integrated solutions and delivering reliable tools to those who need them the most. To kickstart the webinar, the topic for today is Social Innovation on Humanitarian Aid Reform. To introduce some housekeeping rules to the participants, a gentle reminder to all the participants to mute their mics throughout the webinar, and the participants are encouraged to turn your cameras on. The duration of this session will be 1 hour and a half. The last 30 minutes of this webinar will be a live Q&A session. All participants are encouraged to leave your questions in the chat box functions below. During this Q&A session, if you wish to speak, do feel free to unmute yourself. For the attention of all participants, the code of this webinar is ICSPA004. The ICSPA is in capital letters. I will repeat myself again. The code of this webinar is ICSPA004. Please use this code when you are filling in the Google form for e-certificates. Now, I will start the brief introductions of the topic. Social Innovation on Humanitarian Aid Reform topic is managed by Humanitarian Disaster and Crisis Center, Altruistic Malaysia. Today, the speakers in this webinar will be sharing with us their expert opinion on the topic. In simplest terms, social innovation on humanitarian aid reform is how will the innovations access effective solutions to challenging and often systematic social and environmental issues, and in improving our existing humanitarian aid to alleviate suffering during the immediate aftermath of emergencies for social progress. Without further ado, let me introduce the panel for today's webinar. We are very pleased to welcome Mr. Saidul Islam from Youth Platform for Sustainable Development, YPSD, and Ms. Yu Zian Lee from Social Innovation Movement, SIM. Mr. Saidul holds a master's degree in Governance and Development Studies. He is currently a Chief Executive Officer for RichTech Private Limited, an IT development firm, and Real Interior, an interior design company. He achieved several awards from various national and international conferences and has publications in International Journal on Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. Another one of our panelists, Ms. Yu, is an inspiring woman who envisions a world where knowledge, actions, and capital complement. Upon completion of her master's degree in International Development from London, she co-founded SIM and collaborates with various stakeholders across industries to address societal needs and achieve common goals. So let us welcome them. Mr. Saidul and Ms. Yu, it's so good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us, and I am excited about all the amazing conversations that we are going to have today. Okay. So to kickstart the topic, yes, during the World Humanitarian Summit in 2016,